Ahoy, jak se máš, Ambassador?
I am very well, and your Czech is really progressing because you are one of these hidden Czechs.
I am indeed. I am indeed. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for MPA's ArtSprings Gala. I'm so excited to be speaking with you about the role of art in forming community, and on a more macro scale, the role of art in forming democracy. I know you're a person of many talents, including cooking, music, and the arts. Can you tell us a little more about the roots of these passions for you?
So my connection with art started really from the very younger age. I think I gave my first concerto, surprisingly, on violin when I was like 4 years old. But I would not say it was my choice. It was the pure necessity. If you wanted to get to the West from the country behind the Iron Curtain, your only chance was to be ice hockey player or the classical musician. I couldn't be ice hockey player. I had to be a musician.
Can you tell us a little more about how you all transitioned from, being artists to being politicians?
To be an artist is an exercise in how to be free. You cannot be non-free artist because art is an expression of your freedom. So when the Velvet Revolution came in November 1989, it was like a huge liberation for many people. And the artists, because they stayed free in their minds, were absolutely basic, elementary people the new regime turned into. Because these were the people who still had the contacts with the West. These were the people who had dreams, and they had their own very deep feeling how the democracy and the connection between democracy, freedom, and art really works. So that's probably one of the reasons why suddenly we had Václav Havel as a president who was not famous as a politician or diplomat, but as a person who writes his plays for theater. Why half of our first parliament were artists and painters, and that's why we as the Czechs have now in the United States as their representative a professional musician who spent half of his life playing Johann Sebastian Bach with symphonic orchestras around the world.
Tell us a little more about Prague, which through its museums and architectural treasures and collections really serves as an art mecca.
If I tell you that with 10 million people, we have 250,000 of children in the elementary art schools, that for 10 million people, we have 484 major museums with 343 other branches. And even in Prague, you ask me about, for 1 million people, we have 268 galleries. So it opens the questions, do we ever work, or we just are creating art for our galleries?
Well, we are so excited that one of tonight's auction items is a private dinner at your residence. Will you be cooking? Because if you are, I'm definitely bidding on it.
Well, Michelle knows, but I will share with the others. Every year there is a competition of the professional chefs for the ambassadors in the Washington area. But I was the only ambassador who competed against the chefs of the other ambassadors. So I think that if you are ready for the challenge, bet on the dinner, because I will definitely provide you with something very Czech, but I will also try to put on it a twist for people who are not afraid to push boundaries.
It sounds amazing. Ambassador, thank you so much for being with us this evening. You are such a pleasure to be around. I always enjoy my time with you, and MPA is grateful for your support, and your kind auction item. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.